Jim Pfaff joining us. Larry doesn't want any rot gutters. No rot gutters for Larry. 888-480-JOHN, 888-480-5646. Jim Pfaff joining us now. Jim, thanks for being with us. Sorry for the hold. Sorry, my wife distracted me. President of Conservative Caucus.
In a positive way, of course.
Well, she does. I mean, I can't help. After all these years, I'm still like smitten. I just can't help it. It's like ridiculous. I'm like a school child when she comes in. It's like just crazy. President of the Conservative Caucus, DNC convention, 3 days, no policy, but hey, it's all fun and games, and I guess everything is fake, right? Job numbers are fake, policies are fake, everything is fake. What's the deal here?
Yeah, listen, but on those job numbers, and let's just remind ourselves what government does to potentially lie to us. And these job numbers and cost of living numbers, for years, actually, government's been massaging these away from so that the numbers themselves aren't quite reminiscent of what's happening. So, for example, inflation is way bigger than what the CPI numbers report, and they've moved that number around over the last 30, 40 years. But this is much worse. They just readjusted jobs numbers over the last year down almost 1 million. Now, I had people criticizing me for saying something about this on X yesterday, and they're like, they do this all the time. Listen, this report that just came out is a standard report that the Bureau of Labor Statistics does every year. The problem is this is more than twice as high as the kinds of adjustments that they do going all the way back to 2014. I looked at these numbers. So they've been playing with it. They've been rigging the numbers, not just in the base way that they come to the analysis, but they've literally been propping up this Biden-Harris administration in ways that are outrageous.
So, okay, you're going to get the big speech tonight. Are they going to get a bump? Or the polls real? Newsweek just came out with a story and said the polls are fake. I mean, this was the Newsweek magazine said they're skewing the numbers and like Trump's winning every single state, every single swing state. So, and they're fudging like jobs numbers. I mean, when are we going to get the truth from these people? And what do you see as being her bounce after the most phenomenal speech in history that she's going to make tonight?
Well, first of all, I do not predict a phenomenal speech. I do predict a lot of brouhaha about it and all the mainstream media fawning over it in the short run. But the reality is the American people are not getting it. Now, I'm saying that now. A week or so ago, I was trying to figure out the degree to which the American people were getting it. I really think they are now. And one of the indicators that I use to try to figure that out, and it's not a perfect one, but it's helpful, is the Polymarket numbers. The Polymarket is a betting website, actually, that does allow, and you can't do this here in the United States, but people analyze these elections. They vote on what they think the outcomes are. And it's actually a decent indicator of where things are going, what people are thinking, because these numbers were actually in her favor for some days. She was ahead of Donald Trump for a while, which was really crazy and amazing. And those numbers are quickly flipping during the Democrat National Convention. So you're seeing these polls out here that are giving seem to give some indication that Harris has a leg up. And I really think the American people aren't buying it. They're seeing a radical left policy that frankly disturbs them. And whenever they see anything Donald Trump is doing, they're still sympathetic of him, even though they've tried to quash the positive sentiment he got after the assassination attempt and various other things. I really believe that the polls you're going to see shift more towards him. But this is not without precedent. This happened in 2016. 95% chance that Hillary Clinton's going to win, and then suddenly Donald Trump wins, and frankly, fairly handily. So I think that this is all going to settle out. We're going to watch this play out over the next few weeks. I believe in Donald Trump's favor.
I'm with you on this, and the Newsweek week was kind of a stutter, but this jobs report, and it's not that anybody, the average voter is paying attention to that, except if you're unemployed, then you are. In fact, if you're one of the people that didn't get a job and is unemployed, you're probably saying, wow, how come everybody's got a job but me? Now you find out a million of them they just made up. They're fake. But everything they do is fake, Jim. Everything is fake. I mean, at some point, this campaign has got to be about an issue. I mean, 3 days into this thing, you don't have a single platform. You know, I went to the RNC convention as a delegate from Pennsylvania. I was on the platform committee. By Monday at 12 o'clock, we had a 20-point Trump platform. Here's the 20 things that I'm going to do if I win. 1 to 20, ratified by the platform committee, right down the line. Here's what I'm going to do. That was ratified at like 12:30 Eastern time, or no, 12:30 Central time, 1:30 Eastern on Monday. I mean, we had a platform on Monday. They don't have a platform. If you read the platform now, the first line of their platform says, we acknowledge that the United States of America is built on stolen land. That's the first line. Like, we're an illegitimate country. That's the basis of it. Like, we stole land. I mean, these people are bat crap crazy. They have no policies. We had a policy on Monday. How long can they get away with this?
Well, I actually believe they're not, because do consider this. There have been some policy statements, and what are they? Well, if you have not sold your house, we're going to take 25% of the profit that you haven't realized yet. Even if it goes down in the future, we're still taking it from you now. We're going to tax every bit of capital gains that is realized with that 44%. We're going to increase corporate taxes, which, by the way, there are no corporate taxes. Those are individual taxes. Those are always passed on to the consumer. There's no such thing as a business tax. You pay it, not the corporations. They're just a transfer agent. So this and a few other things have been starting to come out, and it's why I think people are negatively responding to it. But you are right. There is no cohesive policy, because also Kamala Harris has flip-flopped on anything she's ever thought in the past. She has had and expressed some of the most radical ideas on policy, banning fracking, taking businesses and land away for environmental purposes through the Green New Deal, et cetera, et cetera. I could go on and on. And yet she's turning on all these now, supposedly, by making just the opposite statement. That's also getting documented with people. So the thing is, and you and I pay attention to platforms, most people don't. This is going to play out very, very clearly. People are already seeing that there's a difference. The polymarket numbers are showing it. The polls are beginning to show it. The American people are very smart. They know when people are lying to them, and I have a lot of confidence that they're going to get this and reject Kamala Harris.